So what are core principles and why are they important? Here at Matt Smith Real Estate Group, we have 4 core principles and they are the foundation of everything that we do. And we talk a lot about core values, which are extremely crucial, but the principles are 100% non-negotiable. My coach, my mentor, my good friend John Cheplack says principles are law. Just as if I were holding a pen in my hand and I dropped it, gravity is a law. That pen is going to fall. These principles are law. There is no give and take. There is no swaying back and forth. The line is very clear and we operate within these principles, and that's where we make all of our decisions are principle-based, not emotional-based, not personality-based. Everything that we do is based upon these principles, and that is the road that we are going down is within these principles, and we make, again, principle-based decisions. And the reason we have these principles, these laws in place, isn't to be a micromanager or to have this other policy or anything like that. It is because our mission is very clear. We know who we're gonna help. We know how many people we're gonna help. We know the lives that we're gonna change, and we wanna do it with the people that believe in our mission and are doing it within the principles of how we feel can help more people and change more lives. Personal responsibility. It is very, very similar to our core value of accept responsibility, but it is so important it's both. And so I think there is a little bit of nuance between the two. Accept responsibility means, yep, how did I take part? Personal responsibility is I personally need to take ownership in every outcome of my life. Every situation that happened, instead of pointing the finger, instead of saying poor me, we are going to be solutions focused and we are going to have personal responsibility for every outcome so that we can work to improve it, to change it, and have a better outcome next time.
With personal responsibility, this is a partnership between us, and we are going to do everything that we can to set you up for success. We're going to give 100%. We offer trainings and coaching, and we have all the education out there, but you are also responsible for yourself, and you're going to have to put in some work too.
Well, what personal responsibility means to me is taking full ownership of anything that you really have your hands on. It's not just in your role, it's in your personal life too. For me, like in my role, I treat it as if it's like my company almost, right? Like it's Matt Smith Real Estate Group. I take just as much ownership in what I do to best represent our team.
With personal responsibility comes what I cannot change, I do not own. And to that, I think one of the biggest things that has helped me achieve personal responsibilities is having awareness around the gaps in my personal life and in my business that need to be changed. But I have to own that I'm the only one that can change those things. And I have to be the one to realize that I owe it to myself, I owe it to my family, I owe it to the team to have extreme personal responsibility to make a difference and to change. If nothing changes, nothing will change.
With personal responsibility, it's so important to own your own actions. No excuses. None. Making excuses isn't owning it at all. You know, if you didn't do it correctly, own it. It's okay. That's the only way that we learn, but you have to take personal responsibility for everything that you do, especially in real estate. You're building relationships and you're responsible for your clients. You have a fiduciary responsibility to your clients and you have responsibility to your team members. Having that personal responsibility, you should take that to heart. You should take that very seriously every single day and know that you owe that to yourself and to your teammates and your client.
So commitment is crucial, not only for life, but especially in real estate. If you're not committed in this business, it will eat you up. This business is tough. The failure rate is real. You have to be committed in order to have success. But if you show your commitment and you show up each day and you show that you're disciplined and you show that you are committed to this business, committed to the process, committed to be coachable and open-minded, you can accomplish your wildest dreams, but it starts with being committed.
So speaking about commitment, there's one way we measure it. It's done and not done. So the best way I can make an example out of this, I am a massive fan of to-do lists. I love them. And sometimes you have this big long to-do list and you have something that maybe you haven't fully executed and you just check it off as done anyway because you know you're gonna do it later, right? Well, you can't always trust or bank on those things. It's either it's done, you did it and you fully executed it, or you didn't do it and you still have work to do. So for our team, team. We take commitment really seriously, like our go to the boards, which is an exercise that we do. All of our agents, they go to the board, they write down their commitments for Q4. That is a commitment to not just yourself, but our entire team. So when you're making that commitment to the team, it's not a goal, it's not a far-fetched dream or anything like that. It is a commitment. It's, I'm gonna see this through to the very end.
Why commitment is extremely important in real estate is whenever you are partnering with our team, we are partnering with you to achieve personal goals in your life, personal achievement. We're business partners in this. So you are counting on us to commit to what we say we're going to do, and we're counting on you to commit and do what you say that you're going to do. With commitment, it's important that you wake up every single day and you realize, okay, I owe it to myself to fulfill my daily commitment. I owe it to my family to fulfill my daily commitment. I owe it to the team and to our clients to fulfill our daily commitments. And those tiny hinges and those tiny actions that you make every single day are what reach the end result of accomplishing so much over that year. Without commitment in my personal business, I would be nowhere near where I am. But I wake every day, I reflect on the things I have on my vision board, the things I've committed to the team and to my family, and I owe it to them to stay committed even on the days I don't want to be. Another thing I wanted to say is during the interview process, whenever we are partnering together, we are asking for certain commitments and for you to meet us halfway. For example, some of the commitments are the team needs always come first. So are you an active part in our culture? Are you actively working on the team goals, and are you rowing in the same direction that the team is rowing in? Are you showing up every day, giving your all? Are you coming with high energy? Are you helping other team members out to achieve their personal commitments and goals? And are you helping the overall team with their 1 year, 3 year, 10-year pictures and goals? It's so important that we are fully involved in partnering together and staying committed, holding each other accountable to what we say we're going to, and just really realizing the bigger picture. Times are going to get tough, but whenever you're committed, the tough times don't matter.
Commitment is so important in real estate. Anytime that you try to do things in this industry, more than likely it's not going to work out. And so commitment is very important to us. We are committed to you. We're going to make sure that we give you everything that you need. But at the end of the day, you can't try things. You have got to just commit to them.
So next we have accountability, and this is huge. I feel like there are a lot of people in today's society that run away from accountability, and they feel condemned or they feel judged when someone is trying to hold them accountable. But accountability is required for success. Look at any successful person in this world. They have a high level of accountability. And let me just tell you the difference between the average person and the elite person. Let's use a pro athlete as an example. The average athlete that doesn't make it to the pros or doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, that is just an average athlete, most of the time run away from accountability. They try to avoid it. The champions, the elite, the best of the best say, give me more accountability. They run into it. They run into the accountability, and they realize that the people that are willing to show them the true love of accountability are the ones that truly care and help them level up to reach those commitments that they need in their life. So accountability is required in order for you to reach those commitments that you have for yourself.
When we say accountability here at MSREG, we think of that as the highest form of love. What we are doing is trying to help you. You have goals, you have things you want to achieve in life, and as a team, we are gonna help hold you accountable to that. They're your goals. They're not our goals, it's what you want. It's the commitments that you've made, and we're all human, so we all have days that we slack, we don't feel like doing it, we don't feel like meeting our commitments. The rest of the team and leadership are all here to help you with that accountability. That's what we're doing, is just to boost you up, ask you what you need, and it's all for the best benefit of you and what you ask for and what you need.
We look at accountability here as the highest form of love. We are never coming from a place of judgment. We are here to help you whenever you make your commitments, to check in on you and ask, where are you with your goals? Because we know that your goals are important to you, to your family, to your business. So accountability to us is the highest form of love, and it does not come from a place of judgment.
So next, talking about accountability. This is an incredibly important thing that you are gonna hear a gazillion times on our team, like many, many, many times, because we take it very, very seriously. One thing with these principles, to us, principle is law. So this is what we hold ourselves accountable to, like law. So accountability is something that we run towards. We don't shy away from it, we desire it. And so what that looks like is, yes, it's others holding you accountable, but it's you also asking others to hold you accountable. It's you saying, I need help achieving this goal or this commitment. Can you help hold me accountable to it? It's the accountability partners, and you're working together to be better. So that's one of the great things with the culture of our team too, is that you're not alone in your commitments. You're doing them together as a team. That's also part of accountability.
We talk a lot about accountability without judgment, and that is extremely important from a leadership stance and also from a team member stance. Whenever I think back on that, you never know what is going on in someone's personal life. And the number one thing I have noticed is that whenever a team member is not in alignment, or whenever a team member is going through a tough time at work, 100% of the time it goes back to what is happening in their personal life. And what I love about our team is that we set that judgment aside, we meet you where you're at, and we help you overcome what's going on in your personal life so that you can show up as the best version of yourself. But that can't happen if we're judging you and we're judging where you are at currently in your life. Just speaking from a personal experience and going through tough times in my journey, I'm so thankful that Matt and Amanda always came to me without judgment to help me overcome things in my personal life so I could show up and be the best version of myself.
So lastly, contribution. What this means to me is seeing something that needs to be done and doing it. One of the amazing things about this culture, the more involved you get into it, is the things that seem normal to us are actually really abnormal on the outside. And so a lot of people, you'll find they don't take action when they see something that needs to be done, or if they see an area that they can help out with. It's kind of like the shopping cart analogy. Kind of figure out if someone's a good person by, do they put their shopping cart back in the thing, or do they just leave it in the parking lot? The people who put it in the thing are good people. But it's kind of that in the workplace, right? It's finding areas that you can help, and instead of just ignoring it or pretending it doesn't exist, you go all in and you help your team members with it in any way, shape, or form that you can. It's also volunteering your time. If you have something that it's your responsibility to give it away. If you know a lot about, let's say you're an expert in objection handling, lead some role plays. That's a way for you to contribute and to give back to the culture. If you are an expert in negotiation tactics, let's have a training on it. You can host those things. The team empowers you to do those things. You'll find that it's a give and take thing. So we talk about it as a bank, right? That you put in the withdrawal and then the deposit. So you can't go to a bank and just start withdrawing. You have to deposit into it first, right? The team is gonna deposit a lot into you. Like, you're gonna see it through trainings, role plays, huddles. You're gonna see it through some of the best coaches in the entire industry taking their time to mentor our team members. So you're gonna see that deposit into you. One of the ways that you can deposit back into our culture is by doing things like role plays. If you have knowledge in different areas, volunteer. Another way to contribute, as crazy as it seems, is by participating, asking questions. When you're in a huddle and someone says something and you're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense to me, ask the question, say, this doesn't make sense to me and I'd like some clarity on it, because there's probably someone else that thinks the same thing and needs help.
Another saying, if you want more of what you have, give it away. That has remained true throughout my business over the past 5 years. I'm a firm believer that givers gain, and whenever you give things away, you will always gain more than what you ever even gave away. There's a saying that you reap what you sow. You plant seeds, you're gonna get more back tenfold. And one of our favorite sayings within the team is that the part is bigger than the whole. When the part serves the whole gives back tenfold. And consistently over the past 5 years, the team has given with different team members. It's a give and a take. Me personally, I've always walked away with more than I could have ever anticipated. I'm so grateful that we have a team that contribution wins in our environment. If you have a top producer and you're sharing people what's working in your business, if you're passing off clients that another agent can help maintain or get to the closing table better, give it away. The team is so much bigger than us as an individual. And so whenever we come together, we realize how much power contribution has within the team. It's so much easier to show up and give what you have away. And in turn, you're gonna get more than you ever expected.
So contribution is massive. And I think a lot of people may look at these principles and say, well, that one's not as important. Let me challenge you. If you are not willing to help others, if you're not willing to give back, if you're not willing to help the person to your right, help the person to the left, with absolute zero expectations of anything in return, this world will not reward you with what you could receive. Contribution is crucial. It is key. Here's what I've observed and learned. both through my own journey and from some of the people that I'm fortunate to be alongside with in some of these rooms of the elite performers in the world. Competition happens at the bottom, contribution happens at the top. The people that are at the top of their games share everything. They give all of their secrets away and they help each other genuinely. At the bottom of their heart, how can I help this person accomplish their goals? Because they realize if I want to keep the amazing things that I have in my life, I need to give more of it away. It's something that happens in the world, something that happens in the universe, but the people that have the scarcity mindset versus the abundance mindset win and lose at different levels. If you want to keep what you have to give it away. Contribution is a key to success. And one of the things we believe here at Matt Smith Real Estate Group is there are no secrets. There are tricks, there are tactics, there are strategies, there are things that we can learn to tweak and improve each and every day. So don't discount that. There's always something to be learning. However, there are no secrets. There's nothing special that we have that if we go tell someone that they're gonna take our magic beans away. Like, here's an example. How many agents, real estate agents, we're talking real estate agents now, go to a conference and hear the exact same thing and come back and have the exact same results? None. They all have different results. You know why? Most of them don't implement what they learned. Most of them don't apply it at the level that they could. It's not the knowledge, it is the implementation of the knowledge. And so if you truly dive into the scarcity mindset, like it's flawed. It doesn't work. What they're trying to prevent doesn't work. It doesn't work that way, right? So be abundant, be open-minded, be abundantly minded, and realize that the more you contribute, the more rewards you gain too. But you have to give with the expectation of nothing in return. So a personal story on contribution. I myself have had scarcity mindset, and I still do at moments, right? I'm not perfect, I'm human. And I remember as we were progressing through our business, there were some things that I kept like super secret. It was top secret file, right? Of these secret things, these, if you've seen the movie Space Jam, it's Mike's magic water, right? And I'm like, well, I don't want anyone to know because we're in a small town, and what if the competitors find out? I really feel that limited our growth. We grew really quick, but we could have grew so much quicker. As soon as I dropped that mindset, and as soon as I started doing things like all or nothing in real estate and doing webinars with here's exactly how we've accomplished A, B, C, and X, Y, Z, and here you can do it too, with no expectation of anything in return, the world opened up. And these opportunities just keep coming, and we keep growing, and we keep attracting the right people, and we're helping a lot of people transform their business and their lives. So the fulfillment outweighs any of the opportunities, and it all started with just being willing to contribute and share with others.